2 minutes left. Archangel Micheal is trying to talk to you. This angel's something very shocking about your neighbor who is planning. Open it quickly. Archangel Micheal says, you were not supposed to find this out like this, but there's no more time to delay what has to be known now. The whispers began 3 nights ago when a strange vibration passed through the walls of your home. You didn't notice it right away, but something inside your spirit did. It shook quietly, warning you to pay attention. The neighbor you greet with a smile each morning holds a secret darker than what even your worst nightmares could imagine. They have been studying your movements, copying your patterns, and even eavesdropping on phone conversations without your knowledge. A strange connection has formed between their intentions and your destiny, and now that thread is beginning to unravel. They appear friendly, soft-spoken, harmless, but behind closed doors, they have made a decision that could damage everything you've built. They are not working alone. Someone is guiding them, someone who has a history with you. A shadowy figure from your past has slipped information into their ears like poison, making your neighbor believe something that is dangerously false. You may not even remember the person responsible for feeding your neighbor's mind with lies, but they remember you. And now, they've activated the person closest to your home, literally beside you, to carry out a plan that involves betrayal, surveillance, and destruction. You are not safe, and pretending this isn't happening will not change the outcome that's approaching fast. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They have already met with someone to finalize documents that put your name on something dangerous. A copy of your house key was duplicated when you thought you lost it for a day last month. That was no accident. You were the first step. They waited patiently, watching how you reacted to the missing key, watching if you suspected. You didn't, and that gave them confidence to move to phase 2. Something that is already in motion as you read this. It involves forging access to something sacred to you, something you've hidden in the far left corner of your home. This isn't just about money or revenge. It's about spiritual interference. They are trying to block a major blessing that is hours away from arriving at your doorstep. If they succeed, not only will you lose what's coming, but you will also attract confusion into your environment. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The window of your room has been looked through while you were asleep. There is evidence, faint but real, traces of a smudge from someone wearing gloves that don't belong to you. Archangel Micheal says you must check for a very tiny scratch near the lower right pane. It's not dirt, it's a sign. Your neighbor did not act alone when they came to your window. They were told by someone else where the entry point was and how to avoid detection. There's a message written in a hidden code near your backyard. Look closer at the stones arranged oddly by your fence. The plan is not just against you, but against a legacy in your bloodline. They believe that by weakening your foundation, they can claim something that is rightfully yours. This energy was activated when you unknowingly spoke a certain word aloud 2 weeks ago during a phone call. Type Amen to get blessing 111 now. The skies above your home are shifting, and the angels are whispering louder. They say, wake them up, shake their spirit, remind them of their divine authority. You were not meant to suffer in silence while darkness crept up in the form of familiarity. The neighbor has a secret room, very small, painted black inside. Inside that room, your name is written 3 times on a crumpled piece of paper, bound with twine and stained with candle wax. They believe in rituals, not of light but of manipulation, and they have started one that began last Friday night at 3:17 a.m. They hoped you wouldn't notice the dogs barking. They prayed you would ignore the coldness in the air. But your soul was speaking, and now you are finally listening. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The delivery man who came to your house yesterday is not who he claimed to be. He took a photograph of your door handle and the space behind your garden gate. This was not for delivery records. This was for planning. If you open your eyes wide enough, you will see that this neighbor has started pretending they care more, suddenly offering help, greeting you with more enthusiasm, acting overly curious. This is not kindness, it's camouflage. They are keeping you calm while they slowly remove you from the inside out. There's someone in your dreams lately who appears as a stranger but feels familiar. That is a spiritual guide trying to show you what your physical eyes cannot yet perceive. Listen carefully. Next time they appear, they will point toward the direction of the house next door. Type Amen to get blessing 222 inside your kitchen. There is a drawer that you haven't opened in months. There is something placed inside it that was never yours. A small item, seemingly random, but spiritually laced. This object was placed there during a brief moment you were distracted by a phone call. Archangel Micheal says, cleanse the drawer immediately and burn white sage or bay leaf after disposing of what you find. This is not about paranoia, it's about discernment. The item was planted as a tracking point for negative energy to loop itself around your atmosphere. You were never supposed to find this message, but your spirit insisted. The alarm inside you could no longer be muted. Now that you are reading this, something irreversible is about to happen. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They have prepared a story to tell others if you start acting aware. They will try to frame your reactions as sudden stress or mental confusion. Do not fall into the trap of defending yourself to those who have already been convinced otherwise. A woman who lives 3 houses away is also part of the information web. She has been listening, and recently relayed a message to someone posing as a distant cousin of yours. They are trying to build a false narrative to strip you of your voice. If you stay quiet now, they will win. If you ignore this message, they will escalate. But if you confront this energy with silence and protection, they will scatter. Type Amen to get blessing 888. There is one specific date circled in red in their calendar. It matches the time when your financial life was supposed to shift. They knew about that shift because someone leaked information about you spiritually. That person used to pray with you but is now working against you. You were marked not because you are weak but because your light glows too brightly for those who operate in shadows. They have tried to dim you by stealth, by trickery, and by spiritual sabotage. But now the angelic realm has intervened. A letter is coming in the mail soon. It looks normal, but what's inside it is confirmation of what you now know. Read it 3 times, and you will see the truth not in the words, but in what's missing. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Micheal says, you must not confront this neighbor yet, not until a certain person makes contact with you by message. This person holds the key to decoding something your neighbor wrote on the back of an envelope last week. Once that message reaches you, you will understand everything with painful but liberating clarity. You are being protected in ways you cannot see, but that protection increases with your awareness. Each action you take now must be intentional. Your movements, your phone usage, even your speech inside your home, be mindful for the next 72 hours. There is a man who once stood beside you during a family gathering who knows more than he revealed. He tried to warn you, but he was blocked by someone close. He's returning soon with information that could unravel the entire setup. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. He will not come in the form you expect. He might even appear distant at first, trying to gauge if you're ready to receive what he has held back. But once the moment is right, he will say a single phrase. When you hear it, everything you've just read will fall perfectly into place. The neighbor who smiles at you is already suspicious that you may know something. Their body language has changed slightly. They avoid eye contact for too long or lock eyes for a second too long. They are trying to decode your spirit, but it is your silence that keeps you safe. You must resist the temptation to act in anger. They feed on emotional outbursts. It makes their spiritual tools stronger. Instead, act calm, graceful, and unshaken, because that confuses their entire frequency. Type Amen to get blessing 000. Your mail has been tampered with at least twice. A particular envelope, white with faint floral print, was never delivered to you. It contained legal updates about your family property, and it was rerouted with someone else's help. There is also a plan to report you for something you never did, in hopes that it will delay your next big life move. They fear your breakthrough and want to sabotage it before it happens. They believe that by turning others against you, you will retreat and give up. But the truth is, the opposite will occur. This storm will activate something ancient and divine in your bloodline. Your ancestors are circling above, lighting fires of protection and unveiling the faces of your hidden enemies. Type Amen to get blessing 1212 if you wake up suddenly around 3 a.m. and feel something heavy in the air. It's not your imagination. That's the time they focus on their spiritual tampering. They believe that when you're unconscious, you're most vulnerable. They light candles behind blackout curtains, whispering words they don't fully understand. But the energies they are calling upon are not just dangerous to you. They are dangerous to them too. Soon, what they tried to summon will turn on them, because your home is marked by light, not darkness. In the bottom drawer of your wardrobe, there's something you haven't checked in years. A folded paper, maybe a photo, maybe an object you don't even recall keeping. It holds a spiritual connection. Archangel Micheal says, take it out, cleanse it with salt water or incense, and speak life over it. It was meant for your protection but has been dormant too long. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Your neighbor recently received an envelope containing photographs. In them is something they believed would scare you, but they don't realize you've already healed from that part of your life. Now they are holding on to a lie, not realizing that it no longer controls you. Their plan is beginning to fall apart quietly, because one of their own, someone who helped them, has started to feel guilt. That person is anonymously leaving behind clues for you to find, and one of them is near your outdoor plant. Look for a symbol, a carved mark, a misplaced item, or an unnatural arrangement of stones. It may seem insignificant, but it is a sign that you are not alone. The divine realm has dispatched messengers even through unexpected human vessels. Type Amen to get blessing 6666. A certain digital account of yours has been accessed without your full awareness. It wasn't money they were after. It was your private memories, your emotional expressions, your vulnerable moments. They printed screenshots, shared them with someone, and used them to craft a false version of you. But something they didn't expect happened during that breach. A spiritual reversal activated on your behalf, and now they are being watched too. The angels have recorded their intentions, and justice is making its slow but certain approach. You've recently felt more tired, not just physically, but emotionally. That's the weight of interference, of psychic resistance from people who pretend to smile but wish you ill. Your fatigue is not laziness. It is your spirit trying to shield you while staying alert to deception. Type Amen to get blessing 7171. There is a pet, a bird or a dog perhaps, that acts strangely around one specific area of your home. Pay attention. It knows more than it can express. Animals are sensitive to spiritual activity, and its discomfort is a message. There's a small, thin mirror you once moved to a different corner. It was a good move. That mirror was unintentionally reflecting energy from the neighbor's window. You blocked their direct gaze into your personal space without realizing it. The neighbor once walked by your window, paused, and whispered something while you had your back turned. Your subconscious caught it, and that's why you had a strange dream that night. That was not a dream. It was a psychic memory trying to alert you. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. You will hear 3 names mentioned this week. One of them holds the truth. It won't be said loudly. It may be in passing, a phone call, or overheard from someone else. The moment you hear it, stop and write it down. The one name they are trying hardest to hide is connected to a property document. A paper that includes a forged signature and a plan to legally displace you from something inherited. But there's a flaw in the document, a date error they didn't notice. You will have a dream about a locked gate opening. When you do, know that a spiritual blockage has been removed. That's when you'll feel the air shift and your strength return like a tidal wave. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. There's an old voice note on your device you once thought was corrupted. Listen again. You'll hear something you missed the first time. It was a warning, subtle and soft, spoken through someone who didn't even realize what they were saying. You may receive a call from an unknown number soon. It's not a prank. It's connected to this entire situation. We can up but say very little. Just listen. They will confirm what you now know. If you are shown a flyer or paper with an address soon, keep it. It will reveal the location of a meeting your neighbor had in secret. A meeting that proves intent to interfere with your legal rights. Type Amen to get blessing 8888. The mirror in your hallway caught something last Sunday. It was not a trick of the light. It was a reflection of a presence meant to be unseen. They stepped too close and didn't know that mirrors reflect more than just faces. Your neighbor recently received a visit from someone driving a car with covered license plates. That person carried a black case and stayed inside for no more than 6 minutes. What they left behind is now hidden in the attic, behind a stack of unused boxes. You passed it before without thinking, but your spirit has always known something was off. Now it's time to check, to reclaim, and to cleanse. Type Amen to get blessing 5252. Archangel Micheal says, as the storm rises, so shall your awareness. What was hidden is being revealed piece by piece because your time of silence has ended. There is no more delay, no more waiting for signs. They are flooding toward you now, unmistakable and relentless. You are being repositioned by divine hands while the enemy collapses under their own deception. The person you once helped financially is secretly connected to your neighbor's scheme. They felt they were owed more and allowed bitterness to twist their loyalty. Now they've passed information about your past vulnerabilities to someone who misused them. This betrayal is not meant to break you. It is meant to crown you. The light in you is blinding, and it is that brilliance that drew enemies disguised as friends. But your shield is heavenly forged, and it cannot be penetrated now that you're aware. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. The hallway in your home holds trapped energy. You've walked it countless times, unaware of the buildup of thoughts not your own. Smudge it with sacred smoke and place a protective item at its center. Your dreams are no longer just dreams. They are encrypted blueprints. Symbols you see are messages. Places you visit while asleep are not imagined, they are real. One of these dreams will soon replay a conversation you forgot. Listen closely. The words matter. The angelic realm is preparing to send a physical sign. It will be in the form of an object dropped at your feet by accident. When you pick it up, you'll feel a jolt in your fingertips, That is the seal of divine truth. Type Amen to get blessing 3033. The neighbor is preparing one final move, thinking they're ahead. They will pretend to be concerned about your safety or health. Do not engage. It is bait, and your silence will disrupt their entire plan. There is a legal notice with your name written incorrectly. That's the loophole that protects you. Do not rush to correct it until your spiritual team gives the go-ahead. They are buying time through paperwork confusion, but the divine is buying protection through truth delay. You will see the number 7 appear 3 times this week. Each time, something will break free spiritually from your path. You are being cleared not just of obstacles, but of watchers sent to monitor you. Type Amen to get blessing 4343. The neighbor's spiritual worker made a serious mistake. Your birth year was written wrong in their ritual. Because of this, nothing they've summoned is working correctly. Now, they are panicking and considering more direct interference. Someone is being sent to your home soon with a fake story. They'll ask a favor, make a complaint, or seek unnecessary information. Your job is simple. Offer no details. Guard your words like gold. The next time you hear glass clink or wind howl strangely, know it's your spiritual shield reacting to energy. You have been chosen to walk through this and come out with proof of divine rescue. This moment is sacred, though it feels like chaos. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. You once saw this neighbor standing still, staring at your home longer than usual. That wasn't curiosity, it was calculation. They were mapping out your peace, trying to understand what makes you untouchable. They will soon learn. What protects you is not what's seen, but what walks beside you in spirit. Archangel Micheal has stationed a guardian at each corner of your property. That's why lights flicker, why chills come, why your heart beats hard near certain spaces. The messages have intensified because the danger nearly broke the boundary. Now, divine justice is already walking down the road toward them. You will not have to raise a hand. The spiritual realm is handling this on your behalf. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. A person from your past is having dreams about you. They're starting to realize they misunderstood you, and now feel something terrible is about to happen near you. They may reach out soon, awkwardly, but with good intent. Let them speak. They may hold the missing detail that cracks this entire operation wide open. Not everyone from the past is meant to return, but some are meant to repair. Your strength is not in your noise, but in your stillness. It is your peace that has disarmed every weapon formed against you. Now your time has come, not just for protection, but for victory. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. The neighbor's fear is beginning to grow, because what they tried to take spiritually has now begun to return to you. Your glow is stronger, your aura heavier, your intuition sharper. They no longer sleep peacefully. They are haunted by the energy they played with recklessly. They thought they were in control, but now they know they were only ever pawns in a divine lesson. You were never the victim. You were the test, and you passed. Your stillness was louder than any curse, your survival louder than any lie. Now you are stepping into your next level. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. You will notice something strange. People who ignored you will suddenly look nervous in your presence. They can sense something has shifted in your frequency. It's because your angels have marked you with a new light of authority. The battle is over, even if the dust hasn't fully settled yet. Your victory is already signed and sealed in the spiritual realm. What was meant to break you has become your divine badge of power. Your neighbor's time is nearly up. The false image they crafted will soon fall apart in front of others, and what you lost will return sevenfold, restored, multiplied, and purified. Type Amen to get blessing 8181. You will receive a gift very soon from someone unexpected. Accept it. It carries not just physical value but spiritual symbolism. It will unlock something in your favor the moment you bring it into your space. Remember, protect your energy, speak less, and observe more in the coming days. The energy around your neighbor is chaotic, and they may try something desperate. But it will backfire dramatically and publicly. You will stand tall, silent, and glowing with truth, because now you see clearly, and what has been revealed cannot be hidden again. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Micheal says, "This is your confirmation. Your soul was not paranoid, your heart was not imagining, and your spirit was not exaggerating. Everything you felt these past weeks, the chills, the fatigue, the emotional unease, with the divine way of shaking your awareness. You have now been fully awakened to the secret that was almost buried. Your neighbor underestimated the depth of your spiritual connection. They assumed your kindness was weakness, your silence was ignorance. But you were simply being spiritually preserved until the right moment of divine exposure. They have tried again and again to pull you into a trap of emotional reaction, but your wisdom has blocked every attempt. Now, their plans are stuck in spiritual quicksand. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. They once believed they were 10 steps ahead. Now, they are beginning to panic because you have not moved the way they expected. Your calm is exposing their chaos. A woman, possibly older and connected to the neighbor's family line, knows the full truth. She has been keeping quiet for fear of being exposed, but her silence is starting to crack. One slip of her tongue, one accidental word, and everything hidden will pour out. Someone is going to bring you something that looks small, maybe a note, a receipt, or a memory card. Do not throw it away. Inside it is the string that unravels the entire web of deception. Type Amen to get blessing 4848. There's a mirror behind a shelf in your neighbor's house. Inside, hidden between the wood, is a tiny folded paper. It has your name on it, written in red ink. They believe that by keeping it hidden, they could keep you bound. But the mirror has cracked. They tried to tape it, fix it, cover it, but the energy has already shifted. Everything they did in secret is now falling apart in full daylight. They will attempt one last move, a loud argument nearby, a distraction, a false complaint. Ignore it. It is their final scream before defeat. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. You are being guarded in ways even you cannot yet see. A divine circle has been drawn around your body, your home, and your future. The moment they try to cross it, they will face consequences no one warned them about. Everything they thought they were winning was borrowed time. The time has expired, and now their night is turning into divine reckoning. This is why your dreams are becoming clearer. This is why your mind is feeling lighter. The spiritual chains they attempted to wrap you in are melting. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. There is someone watching over you right now, not from this earth, but from a higher place. They are proud of how you survived when no one saw you crying. They are the reason you are still standing, even when it felt like you were breaking. This person whispered to the angels, "Don't let them fall. Please protect them until they rise." That prayer was answered. You are now rising. The neighbor's interference with your destiny is over. They have already been marked by heaven for correction. You, however, have been chosen for elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. A new door is opening for you, and it will be sealed with peace, not fear. You will walk into a space filled with clarity, where no confusion can follow you. Your name will be cleared in every realm, seen and unseen. Your lies will turn to dust in their own mouths. Their plans will be revealed even to those who once believed them. Justice will not be delayed any longer. You will receive a message, through email, a call, or a whisper, and it will confirm that someone else saw what was done to you. They will be afraid to admit it fully, but their truth will slip through. That slip will be enough to bring the light into every shadow. Type Amen to get blessing 99,999. From this moment forward, your home will begin to feel different. The heaviness will lift. The silence will feel peaceful instead of eerie. It is the power of exposure. Darkness can't survive where light has fully entered. Go to the room where you felt the most unrest. Burn incense. Speak strength. And say, I reclaim this space. I block every false intention. I welcome only light. Say it 3 times and feel the shift happen instantly. A sound may occur, a light flicker, or a breeze through closed windows. Don't be afraid. That's your confirmation that what was sent against you has now been returned to its sender. Type Amen to get blessing 7,474. Your body may now start to feel warmer, lighter, even energized. That's because your spirit is no longer fighting silently. It's now operating in truth. And truth is always stronger than secrecy. In the next 24 hours, you may feel an urge to move something in your home. Follow that urge. It is guided by divine insight, clearing blockages you didn't know were there. You may also notice certain people become distant suddenly. Do not chase them. Their spirits recognize your glow, and it burns them. Type Amen to get blessing 9,191. Archangel Micheal says, what was meant to destroy you became the alarm that protected you. The one who tried to study you, sabotage you, and remove your peace has just lost their power. Because once the truth is seen, it can't be unseen. Let this be the day your heart stops fearing what's next. You are no longer blind to what was around you. And because of that, you are free. You were not supposed to make it this far, but you did. And now watch what happens when the divine gives you back everything they tried to take. The blessing will be loud. The truth will be louder. Type Amen to get blessing 0000. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This message was meant for you, and it arrived just in time. Stay aware. Stay divinely covered. Stay unshakable. Izzy, you have reached the final part of this sacred unveiling, yet this is not the end. This is the beginning of a new timeline where no false spirit, no neighbor's secret, and no hidden betrayal can touch your destiny again. Everything that was set in motion against you has now been reversed. Archangel Micheal has placed a heavenly sword at your doorstep. That sword is symbolic, its spiritual authority reclaiming your home and your atmosphere. No weapon, no lie, and no ritual done in darkness shall pass beyond that threshold. You will now start noticing your environment shifting for the better. Plants may bloom unexpectedly. Electronics may stop glitching. That's your confirmation. The curse is broken, the plot is shattered, and the angels are standing guard. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Every time you walk past that neighbor's door now, you will feel the power shift. They will look away. They may avoid eye contact. That's not guilt. It's fear. Because your spirit now radiates truth. There is an ancestral shield surrounding your dreams. No more psychic invasions. No more sudden exhaustion without reason. You've been spiritually vaccinated against every scheme from here on. Your feet will be guided toward places of alignment only. People who once plotted will begin to disappear from your story silently. Do not mourn their absence. It's heaven editing your circle. Type Amen to get blessing 1313 the next time you light a candle or switch on a lamp. Pause. Speak aloud. Only divine light is welcome here. This command, from your mouth, echoes in realms you cannot see. Your voice is a key, and now that it's been activated, your angels will respond faster. You may notice birds near your window, butterflies indoors, or coins on the floor. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations from heaven. Your destiny is being speed-cracked because of your obedience to this moment. You did not ignore the sign. You opened the message. And because of that, you are chosen for divine compensation. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. A new person is entering your life soon. Someone who was delayed until the interference was removed. They carry resources, wisdom, or healing you didn't even know you needed. Their arrival is heaven's reward. There will be a trip, either a short journey or a long one, that shifts your perspective entirely. During this trip, you will receive a revelation that confirms everything you've read here. Take a journal with you. You'll want to write it down. You may even feel emotional unexpectedly in the coming days. That's your body releasing all the energy you've been holding in. Let it out. That release is part of your rebirth. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Now that the spiritual realm has fully exposed this neighbor's intentions, the final move is divine justice. This may not come in the way you imagine. There may be a job loss, a relocation, or a personal breakdown on their side. Whatever it is, do not interfere. Justice delayed is never justice denied. The angels have already gathered evidence in both realms. Now they are preparing the correction. Your only job is to remain silent and victorious. Do not seek revenge. Do not explain yourself. Let heaven handle what heaven has already done. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. A small child may say something shocking to you soon. Do not dismiss it. They are being used as a divine mouthpiece. The innocent are often the clearest channels for truth. You will start waking up earlier, feeling clearer, sleeping deeper. That's what happens when spiritual surveillance is cut off. You are no longer being energetically watched. You may even dream of wings or hear names you haven't heard in years. Write them down. They are part of the next revelation preparing to rise from within you. Type Amen to get blessing 7575. Everything about your space will begin to flow again. Water pressure will change. Appliances will start working properly. Time will feel slower in a good way. These are all signs that the spiritual parasites have been removed. Your mind will begin to think clearer. Decisions that once brought confusion will now come with peace. You are walking in clarity because interference had been blocked. From this point forward, every contract you sign, every person you welcome, every word you speak will carry authority. You have passed through the fire, and now your name is written in the scroll of survivors. Type Amen to get blessing 33,333. You will soon be contacted about a new opportunity. It may look small at first, but it's heaven's way of sliding abundance back into your timeline. Accept it humbly, and you'll see how it multiplies. This entire trial was allowed not to break you, but to promote you. Your angels knew that once you saw the truth, nothing could stop your transformation. And now, you've arrived at your new level. Everything has changed now. Your spirit is unshakable. Your protection is eternal. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. The neighbor's plan is over. Your destiny is untouched. You are walking in divine light now, fearless, favored, and forever covered. The angels are clapping. The heavens are open. Your name is known above. Glowing star, so it is. So it shall be. You have reached the final part of this sacred unveiling. Yet this is not the end. This is the beginning of a new timeline where no false spirit, no neighbor's secret, and no hidden betrayal can touch your destiny again. Everything that was set in motion against you has now been reversed. Archangel Micheal has placed a heavenly sword at your doorstep. That sword is symbolic. It's spiritual authority reclaiming your home and your atmosphere. No weapon, no lie, and no ritual done in darkness shall pass beyond that threshold. You will now start noticing your environment shifting for the better. Plants may bloom unexpectedly. Electronics may stop glitching. That's your confirmation. The curse is broken, the plot is shattered, and the angels are standing guard. Type amen to get blessing 1010 every time you walk past that neighbor's door now. You will feel the power shift. They will look away. They may avoid eye contact. That's not guilt. It's fear. Because your spirit now radiates truth. There is an ancestral shield surrounding your dreams. No more psychic invasions. No more sudden exhaustion without reason. You've been spiritually vaccinated against every scheme from here on. Your feet will be guided toward places of alignment only. People who once plotted will begin to disappear from your story silently. Do not mourn their absence. It's heaven editing your circle. Type amen to get blessing 1313 the next time you light a candle or switch on a lamp. Pause. Speak aloud. Only divine light is welcome here. This command, from your mouth, echoes in realms you cannot see. Your voice is a key, and now that it's been activated, your angels will respond faster. You may notice birds near your window, butterflies indoors, or coins on the floor. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations from heaven. Your destiny is being speed-tracked because of your obedience to this moment. You did not ignore the sign. You opened the message. And because of that, you are chosen for divine compensation. Type amen to get blessing 1515 a new person is entering your life soon. Someone who was delayed until the interference was removed. They carry resources, wisdom, or healing you didn't even know you needed. Their arrival is heaven's reward. There will be a trip, either a short journey or a long one, that shifts your perspective entirely. During this trip, you will receive a revelation that confirms everything you've read here. Take a journal with you. You'll want to write it down. You may even feel emotional unexpectedly in the coming days. That's your body releasing all the energy you've been holding in. Let it out. That release is part of your rebirth. Type amen to get blessing 1212 now that the spiritual realm has fully exposed this neighbor's intentions. The final move is divine justice. This may not come in the way you imagine. There may be a job loss, a relocation, or a personal breakdown on their side. Whatever it is, do not interfere. Justice delayed is never justice denied. The angels have already gathered evidence in both realms. Now they are preparing the correction. Your only job is to remain silent and victorious. Do not seek revenge. Do not explain yourself. Let heaven handle what heaven has already judged. Type amen to get blessing 1919. A small child may say something shocking to you soon. Do not dismiss it. They are being used as a divine mouthpiece. The innocent are often the clearest channels for truth. You will start waking up earlier, feeling clearer, sleeping deeper. That's what happens when spiritual surveillance is cut off. You are no longer being energetically watched. You may even dream of wings or hear names you haven't heard in years. Write them down. They are part of the next revelation preparing to rise from within you. Type Amen to get blessing 7575. Everything about your space will begin to flow again. Water pressure will change. Appliances will start working properly. Time will feel slower in a good way. These are all signs that the spiritual parasites have been removed. Your mind will begin to think clearer. Decisions that once brought confusion will now come with peace. You are walking in clarity because interference hath been blocked. From this point forward, every contract you sign, every person you welcome, every word you speak will carry authority. You have passed through the fire, and now your name is written in the scroll of survivors. Type Amen to get blessing 33,333. You will soon be contacted about a new opportunity. It may look small at first, but it's heaven's way of sliding abundance back into your timeline. Accept it humbly, and you will see how it multiplies. This entire trial was allowed not to break you, but to promote you. Your angels knew that once you saw the truth, nothing could stop your transformation. And now, you've arrived at your new level. Everything has changed now. Your spirit is unshakable. Your protection is eternal. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. The final message: the neighbor's plan is over. Your destiny is untouched. You are walking in divine light now, fearless, favored, and forever covered. The angels are clapping. The heavens are open. Your name is known above. Glowing star, so it is. So it shall be. What you're feeling now is not anxiety, it's awakening. Your senses have been recalibrated to operate at a frequency that darkness cannot stand near. This is why certain people around you suddenly act uncomfortable, shift topics, or leave your presence quickly. They sense that your inner fire has reignited. They feel the power of truth surrounding your body like an invisible flame. This is the aftermath of angelic intervention. The spiritual alarm has not only sounded, but it's still ringing in the ears of those who plotted. Your neighbor may attempt to reset things. They'll act casual, pretend the tension never existed, offer fake kindness. Don't buy it. Don't engage. Don't explain. Type Amen to get blessing 4,646. The lie has already collapsed. They know it. They feel it. They are simply stalling, hoping the truth won't reach the right ears. But the truth has reached them. In fact, someone influential who once doubted you is now quietly investigating on your behalf. They saw a document. They noticed an error. And they are putting the pieces together. In the next 48 hours, a small detail, like a date, a name, or a misplaced object, will surface. It will bring with it a wave of memory that confirms the original betrayal. You'll feel it in your bones when it happens. Type Amen to get blessing 5,757. Archangel Micheal says, the reason you were protected so thoroughly is because you are not just a survivor. You are a restorer. Others around you will be healed just by being in your presence now. Your clarity has become contagious, and confusion can no longer hide. You may receive a strange message, an apology that doesn't sound sincere, or a gift from someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Accept it, but don't engage beyond your boundaries. The gift is not the apology, it's the confirmation that they fear your strength. They never expected you to know what you know. They never expected this divine exposure. But it came anyway, like thunder on a quiet night. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. Your next move is not loud. It's strategic silence. You will begin moving your energy into things that multiply, not drain. You will align with people who protect, not pretend. The neighbor will now start to deal with what they called in. The energy they summoned is turning against them because it cannot touch you. You are sealed in divine light. You will notice dreams becoming more vivid, almost like memories. That's because you're now operating in prophetic vision, not human worry. You are seeing what is to come before it even arrives. Type Amen to get blessing 6161. There is an upcoming moment where someone will try to mock your growth. Laugh anyway. That laughter will send a ripple through the spirit realm, a signal that you no longer carry fear. The next 7 days are sacred. You will be spiritually detoxing without even trying. Watch how foods, people, and thoughts begin to change around you. A shift is real. The angels are still adjusting your atmosphere. Soon, your neighbor will receive a message that rattles them deeply. You won't know the details, but you'll sense the fear dripping from their energy. It will be justice disguised as coincidence. Type Amen to get blessing 7878. You're now a mirror, not just to truth but to everyone's hidden intentions. That's why masks are falling off quickly around you. Those who once felt empowered to manipulate now feel exposed standing near you. Don't explain your distance. Don't apologize for your boundaries. The version of you that allowed disrespect no longer exists. You are stepping into an environment where your name will be honored, not whispered. Where your gifts will be appreciated, not exploited. Where your soul can finally rest without looking over its shoulder. Type Amen to get blessing 8080. From this moment on, your angels will move even faster. You'll notice things working out with no effort. That's the divine return, restoration without sweat. Your hands will begin creating again, whether it's business, beauty, or healing. Everything you touch now will multiply. Your energy has been upgraded. You will soon find out that someone who believed in the neighbor's lies has now turned against them. That person will become a silent ally in your favor. They will reveal what they know when the time is right. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Even the ground beneath your home is being renewed. The energy lines below are shifting, removing all spiritual residue. You may feel warmth in your feet or hear pops and cracks in the walls. That's the old energy leaving. Your bed will feel more peaceful. Your room will be quieter. That's not just physical silence. That's spiritual completion. You were never in danger. You were in training. And now, you've graduated into a level where harm cannot follow. Your new season is sealed in light. Type Amen to get blessing 999,000. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Micheal says, "The light you now carry cannot be dimmed, not even by the strongest force of darkness beside you." This is the moment where what once scared you now bows to your elevation. You are no longer the target, you are the storm. The neighbor has felt the shift. They don't sleep soundly. They avoid your energy. And deep down, they know the spiritual tide has turned against them. The lies they crafted have now turned into confusion within their own circle. The ones they manipulated are now turning around, slowly questioning the truth. What was once plotted in secret is now unraveling in public silence. Type Amen to get blessing 78,787. You'll begin to notice small things go wrong for them. Appliances fail. Contracts fall through. Supporters vanish. That's not karma. That's divine interception. You must remain still and unbothered. Do not entertain their panic or respond to their passive-aggressive behaviors. Your peace now speaks louder than their chaos. When they try to invade your space again, they will feel it like walking into fire, because Archangel Micheal has sealed your perimeter with a wall of holy heat. No impure intention can step through it again. Type Amen to get blessing 30,303. The angels are now moving your name into rooms you haven't stepped into yet. Rooms of favor, honor, wealth, elevation, and recognition. This is the reward for surviving what no one knew you were facing. Everything they tried to hide from you is coming to your feet effortlessly. Every piece of evidence they buried is rising on its own. And every blessing they tried to block is breaking through their defenses. The whispers they spread are now ricocheting in reverse. They can't explain why their own connections are turning cold. But heaven can, and heaven has already judged them. Type Amen to get blessing 67,676. There will be a night very soon where you suddenly feel light as air, almost like floating. That's not dizziness, it's freedom. You are no longer under surveillance, spiritual or physical. Your home will feel like a sanctuary again. The strange sounds will fade. The cold spots will warm. Because the divine has completed the clearing. One item in your home, an old notebook, picture, or bag, holds energy from that neighbor. You must discard or cleanse it. When you do, you'll notice clarity and your thoughts return like a flood. Type Amen to get blessing 48,484. The betrayal happened because of jealousy. They saw what was glowing in you and knew it was unreachable to them. So they decided if they couldn't have it, they would try to dim it. But what they didn't know is that your light comes from above, not from anything they could manipulate. It is eternal, inherited, divine, and it cannot be removed by ritual, gossip, or proximity. You will now begin attracting better, safer friendships, honest opportunities, your connections, because the counterfeit has been removed. Type Amen to get blessing 111,222. You're stepping into a prophetic phase of your life now. Every whisper in your heart will become a signal. Every pull in your spirit will be divine instruction. The neighbor will know how to act around you. They may shift, pretend to compliment, or exaggerate politeness, but the fear will remain behind their eyes. They've seen what your silence summoned. They felt the blowback of spiritual fire. And now, they want distance, but it's too late. Type Amen to get blessing 999,111. There is an item buried or placed under their property that carries your energy. Whether stolen or collected, it was part of a spiritual trap. But it has failed, and now that object carries their own chaos. They'll try to remove it. They'll try to destroy it. But the reversal already happened the moment you opened this message. A dream will soon show you a door. Walk through it. That is heaven's way of giving you permission to enter your upgrade. Type Amen to get blessing 222,333. There's someone in your bloodline who once battled a similar betrayal. That person's spirit now stands beside you, cheering silently. You've broken a generational curse. You were the chosen warrior. And heaven is rejoicing because you did not back down. You stayed calm, alert, and aligned. In return, your next steps will be favored in a way that feels surreal. Money will come unexpectedly. Phone calls will shift your career. Documents will go in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 454,545. You've already been spiritually compensated for what they attempted to steal. Now the physical blessings are arriving to match. Expect unexpected deposits, refunds, approvals, or settlements. You may notice your reflection looking different. That's not vanity, it's the glow of release. Your face is now carrying proof of divine preservation. The same people who doubted you will whisper about your comeback. Let them whisper. That's the sound of victory being too loud for silence. Type Amen to get blessing 313,131. You are now on a higher spiritual frequency. From this point on, your intuition will be razor sharp. You will hear truths no one says and see signs others overlook. This new level will also test your discipline. Not everyone deserves access to you anymore. Protect your time, your peace, and your power. Archangel Micheal says, you are now untouchable by the enemy's hands. Not by charm, not by paperwork, not by darkness, and not by tricks. You are covered under divine law. Type Amen to get blessing 404,040. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. This is your final confirmation. The neighbor has lost their access. Your spirit has won. Your home is now sacred ground. Walk forward, fearless, free, and forever protected. Heaven is watching. The angels are smiling. You are the chosen one. You are chosen. You are covered. You are untouchable. The neighbor's plan has failed. Your glow is unstoppable. And your story is just beginning. Go in peace, chosen one. The angels walk ahead of you now.